The dramatic ending of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 boasted a whopping 5 post-credit scenes to set up what's coming next. Here's what it all means. In the movie, Peter Quill finally meets his father, the celestial space god Ego. The big twist is Ego needs Peter to help him take over the universe. While Peter learns to tap into his own cosmic powers, he ultimately rejects Ego's offer to join him on the dark side, if you will. The Guardians succeed, but their newest member and Peter's surrogate father figure Yondu sacrifices himself to save Peter, so Peter finally met his biological father, only to find the only dad he needed was there all along. While we did see Yondu die, there's actually a small chance he could return. One of the post-credit scenes sees Sylvester Stallone's character, Stakar O'Gord, assembling the original Ravagers. In the Marvel Comics, Stakar is an anti-hero also known as Starhawk, and he's a member of the original comic book Guardians of the Galaxy, who hail from an alternate future in the 31st century. The other members present in this post-credit scenes are Martin X, Charlie 27, Mainframe, Krugar, and Alita, who are also members of the original Guardians along with Yondu. Given that the Guardians comics are no stranger to time travel, it wouldn't be a stretch for this newly assembled team to go back and save Yondu. But whether they do or not, director James Gunn told IGN the group scene was more than just fan service, and he wants to see these Ravagers go on to do their own thing in the MCU. Speaking of the Ravagers, given that we saw Kraglin practicing with Yondu's whistle arrow and making a pincushion out of Drax in another of the post-credit scenes, we're guessing he'll be the one to take over Yondu's role as Ravager leader. However, the most important of these end-credit scenes features a direct setup for one of Marvel's most popular and storied cosmic characters, Adam Warlock. Both Guardians 2 villain Aisha and Adam have a super complicated backstory, but the gist is they are genetic twins who both went on to become powerful players in Marvel's space story. Adam in particular was key to defeating Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet comic and has strong ties to both the Guardians and the Avengers. He even had an Infinity Gem affixed to his forehead in the comics. But for the MCU, Gunn told IGN that he'll be sitting out Avengers Infinity War, so we're assuming Adam and Aisha will be a major part of Guardians Volume 3. And in case you were wondering, Gunn said he made a mistake by including Adam's signature cocoon as an Easter egg in the first Guardians movie, which is why we see a new tech-based cocoon at the end of Volume 2. While not a post-credits scene, Nebula flies off in the end to find and kill Thanos. Avengers Infinity War will see Thanos finally taking the fight to Earth's heroes to assemble the all-powerful Infinity Gauntlet. And we already know the Guardians will appear in that, so Nebula will probably be the one who calls them in. If the MCU follows the comics, then Nebula will play a vital role in stopping Thanos, because in the books, she wound up being his undoing. Speaking of Infinity War, we get a funny post-credit scene here featuring Peter chastising a now-teenage Groot. While this was played for laughs, it also tells us that Groot is growing like a weed and will most likely be back to his adult, full body size by the time he appears in Infinity War. The final post-credit scene catches back up with Stan Lee talking to the Watchers again. They are all-seeing cosmic beings who have a code to observe intelligent life throughout the universe. But while they're adept at watching, listening is another story, and not even they could bear hearing Stan's exhaustive list of Marvel movie cameos. That's everything Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 gave us to look forward to, but for more great movies coming out soon, be sure to check out our 25 hottest summer movies of 2017, or see what we thought of Guardians Volume 2 in our review. And for all things comics, movies, and more, please subscribe to and follow IGN on all of your screens.